The magic as if particularization. To create a compelling and authentic performance, actors should focus on grounding their reactions in personally resonant, specific emotions, rather than simply trying to act out a scene as written. One of the most powerful ways to achieve this is through the technique of particularization. Rather than treating lines and actions as generic, aim to connect them to a unique, emotionally rich image or feeling that resonates deeply with you. This way, each line or action becomes charged with meaning, bringing the character to life in a way that is both truthful and engaging. For instance, imagine your character has to destroy a manuscript in a scene, and the manuscript belongs to someone with whom the character has a complex relationship. You can increase the emotional intensity by visualizing that the manuscript represents something more personal. Perhaps it's not just a document, but the very essence of a relationship gone awry. By translating the manuscript into a symbol of betrayal or love lost, you elevate the act of burning it to an emotionally impactful choice, making the action a true expression of the character's inner life. It's no longer a simple act, but a symbolically rich gesture that tells the audience more than words alone could. Specificity is at the heart of compelling acting. When preparing for a role, avoid generalizations. Instead, identify particular aspects of the character's experience that resonate with your own life or imagination. If you're playing a character who despises teaching, consider what emotions come up for you when you think of something you genuinely dislike. Use that sensation to inform your performance, so that when you step on stage or in front of the camera, your body language, tone, and expressions all reflect an authentic reaction, not a fabricated or acted one. Conversely, if your character loves teaching, tune into moments when you felt passion or joy, perhaps a time you felt excitement in sharing something you care about. This simple, but specific inner adjustment transforms your behavior, often more effectively than elaborate rehearsal, because your responses come from a genuine, personal source. Incorporate as-if scenarios to deepen your engagement with the character. Think of the moment in real life when you felt something similar to what the character is experiencing. Suppose the scene requires you to react as if you've heard deeply unsettling news. Instead of manufacturing a reaction, try connecting it to a real experience, even one as simple as a surprising comment that took you off guard. By thinking, "It's as if I heard something that made my stomach drop," you tap into an immediate, instinctive response that translates well on stage and draws the audience into the authenticity of your reaction. However, don't rush into this level of emotional detail too early in the process. First, find the basic reality of the scene. Begin with a straightforward, conversational approach to ensure that the foundation of the scene feels grounded and natural. Resist the temptation to inject drama prematurely, as this can lead to exaggerated, cliched performances. Only once you have a solid understanding of the scene's reality, should you start layering in the personal meanings, particularizations, and specific emotional responses that will bring depth to your work. The optics of theater require actors to elevate reactions just enough so they are noticeable and impactful from the audience's perspective while still maintaining their authenticity. This doesn't mean exaggerating to the point of melodrama, but rather amplifying your natural response in a way that keeps it grounded. This approach creates a balance between a performance that feels real and one that is expressive enough to communicate with clarity to the audience. Pay attention to emotional compatibility with the roles you take on. Just as some actors are naturally better suited to certain parts, you, too, will find that there are roles that resonate with you more strongly than others. Part of your job as an actor is to recognize the types of characters and situations that bring out your most honest and dynamic work. Don't shy away from acknowledging that not every role will be a perfect match. Some characters may simply be outside your range, and that's okay. Knowing your theatrical nature can help you make informed choices about which parts to pursue or focus on, allowing you to grow in roles where your talents can shine naturally. When exploring a character's temperament, consider the play's underlying themes and how your own experiences relate to them. If you're preparing for a role in a play that revolves around grief, loss, or betrayal, draw from similar emotions or moments from your own life. By channeling your personal feelings about these themes into your character's lines and actions, you create a performance that not only feels real to you but resonates deeply with the audience. This doesn't mean you need to relive personal traumas on stage. Rather, use those feelings as a starting point, shaping them to fit the character's unique situation. Observation and gathering information are essential parts of an actor's preparation. While you don't need to go to an extreme, such as visiting an asylum to prepare for a role in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, it helps to make a few observations that can serve as anchors in your performance. Instead of focusing on duplicating every physical symptom of, say, a character with an illness, pick one or two specific symptoms that you can realistically incorporate. For instance, a slight paralysis in one side of the body can serve as a powerful, understated physical choice that conveys the character's condition without overwhelming your performance with forced details. To maintain a sense of honesty, focus on exploring the character's immediate responses to their circumstances. Acting is, at its core, the art of self-revelation. Know what each line and action means to you personally before delivering it, and consider how it affects your character on a gut level. If you're expressing distaste for a particular food, for example, tap into a memory of something you personally find repulsive. Whether it's artichokes or another flavor, make the disgust real for yourself. When your lines or actions are grounded in personal truth, your performance will avoid the pitfall of feeling contrived or overacted. Finally, embrace the value of simplicity. Overcomplicating a performance can lead to an artificial result. The most effective acting often comes from subtle, spontaneous reactions, based on a strong internal understanding of the character's feelings. Avoid embellishing or overly dramatizing reactions. Trust that your natural response, once connected to the character's emotional life, will speak volumes.